Okay, so here is the question about differentiation involving the kinetics. A particle is moving along a straight line and passes a fixed point O. The displacement of the particle from point O at time t seconds is given, where s is measured in meters. Initially, how far is the particle from O? So initially, what is the meaning of initially? Initially mean t is equal to 0. So how
Hmm.
far mean what is the value of s? So we put here t is equal to 0. So it will become 0 minus 0 plus 0 minus 15. So we will say
Mm-hmm.
that particle was 15 meter because this is a displacement equation. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you have to mention over here the you can say negative sign as well. So negative sign mean it was in opposite direction. Anyway, you can just write down initially particle is at displacement of minus 15 meters. Then it says find in terms of t the velocity of the particle. So what should we do to find out velocity of the particle? Hello.
Yes.
What should I do to find out velocity of the particle? Because we have to differentiate it. So
Mm-hmm.
it is
Okay.
just like if you would have y is equal to 1 over 3 x cube minus 5 over 2 x square plus 20x minus 15, and if you were supposed to find out dy over dx, how would you do it? Like you would have done it like 3 over 3 into x square minus 5 over 2 into 2x plus 20 minus 0. So 2 and 2 will cancel out, 3 and 3 will cancel out, and we will have x square minus 5x plus 20, right?
Right.
Similarly, we will find out ds over dt because derivative of displacement, change in distance over time, is velocity. So therefore it will become 1 over 3 into 3t squared minus 5 over 2 into t raised to the power of 1 plus 20 and then minus 0, and then you can simplify this and this will become velocity, and this is t square minus 5t plus 20.
Mm-hmm.
Then it says find the time at which particle is at its minimum. Find the time at which velocity is at its minimum. So how do we say that velocity is minimum?
Wouldn't we just like do how we find the minimum point?
Yeah, I think so. Therefore, what you will do, okay, when velocity, whenever, listen, whenever particle's velocity is minimum,
Mm-hmm.
then acceleration is zero.
Okay.
Whenever particle's velocity is at its maximum, even then acceleration is zero. And you're right, we should find out an other derivative of this thing. So if I
Mm-hmm.
will find out the second derivative of um, displacement, that would be like 2 into t minus 5. So beta d square over dt square was basically a derivation of velocity dv over dt, and that is actually acceleration, right?
Right.
So find the time at which particle's velocity is at minimum. We say at this time acceleration was 0. So 2t minus 5 is equal to 0. And you can
Mm-hmm.
write down that 2t is equal to 5 and t will be equal to 2.5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
Then it says for how long is the particle decelerating? So beta when particle is decelerating, It's mean that acceleration should be less than 0, right? And
Right.
we have the expression for acceleration over here. So we will write down that 2t minus 5 is less than 0, and 2t will be less than 5, and t will be less than 2.5 seconds. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. So yeah, this was so basically in order to solve the questions like this, you just need to know what is the meaning of given statements. For example, if you now see over here, a homeowner wishes to enclose a rectangular part of their garden by building a fence using an existing wall as one side of the rectangle as shown in the diagram below. The width of the enclosed rectangle is W meters and its length is L meters. The homeowner has 40 meters of the fence to use and would like to use it all in order to maximize the area of garden to be closed. Show that L
Mm-hmm.
is equal to 40 minus 2W. What is 40 by the way? Okay. Oh, okay. So it says that the width of the enclosed, this one, homeowner has 40 meters of the fence to use and would like to use it all in order to maximize the area of the garden to be enclosed. 40 meters is the fence. Okay, quite easy. You know, we will say that he has to enclose this side, and this side, right? He will not
Right.
he will not put fence onto here, right? So
Right.
therefore we will say that perimeter, or we can say length of the fence should be W plus L plus W, and this whole thing should be 40. So he says that he has to use 40 meters now, so that's why. So you see that L is equal to 40 minus 2W. We have shown it. And then it says, show that area of the garden to be enclosed. A is given by 40W minus W squared. You know that because this is the area, this one, the one which I am shading.
Yeah.
And this area is given by length into width. So let's write it down. So we say, because this is an area, so it is length into width, and we have to give the answer only in terms of W. So put this value in here, so that we can have 40 minus 2W into W, and then it will become 40W minus 2W squared. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Then he says find out a rate of change of W area with respect to width. For example, if you change the width, how does area changes? Basically, you have to differentiate it. So just imagine that if you would have y is equal to 40x minus 2x squared, how would you differentiate it? You would write down here 40 minus 4x, right?
Right.
And now you have a is equal to 40w minus 2w squared. So instead of y there is a, and in place of x we have w. So therefore
Mm-hmm.
you just do it like this one, 40 minus 4w. Okay.
Okay.
He says find value of w that maximizes a. You know that at maximum point or minimum point, the derivative turns out to be 0. So just write down dA over dW is equal to 0, and then 40 minus, see, area will not become 0, the derivative will become 0. So 40 minus 40W is equal to 0, and here you can write down that minus 4W is equal to 40, and W will be equal to 40 over negative 4, and hence you can write down that, oh no, sorry, this was negative 40, so minus minus will cancel out, and will be equal to W will be equal to 10 meters. Is that clear?
Yes, that's clear.
I think length he did. Yeah, it is in meters. Okay, then he says find the dimension of the rectangle that produce maximum area that can be enclosed using all the fence. Also find out this maximum area. You know that dimensions mean length and width. We already know the value of the width at maximum. That was 10. Then what is L? So just recall, initially we had find out L is equal to 40 minus 2W. So just write down over here 40 minus 2W. Then put the value in here and we will get what? 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says that this is in meters. He says also find out this area. You know that area is always length into width. So length is 20, width is 40. Was it 40 or 10? Yeah, 10.
Mm-hmm.
So area will be 200 meters square.
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
Yeah. And similarly, there is a question about volume as well. That if you have this volume, he says show that this is the volume. That's quite easy. It involves some algebra as well. So if this is the shape given to us, we know that volume is equal to length into width into height, because we have thank you guys. Okay, so volume is to be find out by this 2x plus 5. W is 3 minus x and height is x plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so look it very uh, closely that how do we expand it.
Okay.
But at first we will be expanding only these two. But when we are expanding, it doesn't mean that we will not write down x plus 1. That would be wrong.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I'm writing down 2x into um, 3 minus x and plus 5 into 3 minus x, I have to close them into brackets, and then I will keep x plus 1 with me. And then I will
Mm-hmm.
have 6x minus uh, 2x squared plus 15x minus 5x, and we will
Mm-hmm.
have x plus 1. So we have here, oh, I think there is something wrong. This is 3, 5 threes are just 15, not 15x. So therefore, this will turn out to be minus 2x squared. 6x minus 5x will become positive x, positive 15, and now x plus 1. So now you will first multiply this x with this whole of thing. So minus 2x squared plus x plus 15 into x. Then this plus 1 will be like minus 2x squared plus x plus 15 into 1.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it will turn out to be minus 2x cubed plus x squared plus 15x minus 2x squared plus x plus 15. Now, um, you will get what? Minus 2x cubed plus x squared, and minus 2x squared will become minus x squared plus 15x, and plus x will become plus 16x and plus 15.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you just look at it. He says that show that volume is this one. So we have shown that we have plus 15. We have shown that we have plus 16x as well. We have shown that we have minus x squared and minus 2x cubed as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then it says there is a value of x for which volume of the cuboid is maximum. What does that mean? Its meaning is that at this point dv over dx should be equal to 0, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
the
Right.
meaning of, it says find value of x, show your working clearly, give your answer to three significant figures. Okay, so we will write down first volume over here, that volume is 15 plus 16x minus x square minus 2x cube. Now, this thing is to be kept in mind very clearly, that derivative of a constant number, for example, if we have y is equal to 5, then dy over dx would be equal to 0, right? So, similarly, derivative of a constant number which does not have any variable with it, its derivative is 0. Because
Mm-hmm.
derivative means change, and something can only change if there is a um, variable in which we can put different values. But if a number is like 15, it is not going to change. So we say that its change is 0. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
we've written derivative of 15 is 0. And then plus 16 minus 2x minus 6x squared. You know, to find out the value at which volume is 0, he says, what does he says? Find the value of x for which it is maximum. We say this is 0, and we will write down it like this one, minus 6x square minus 2x plus 16. And now we can write down 6x square plus 2x minus 16 is equal to 0. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you know that we can divide this whole equation by 2 just to simplify this, because it is divisible by 2, and with smaller number it is easy to do working. So therefore I am going to divide every number by 2, and it will turn out to be 3x square plus x minus 8 equal to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't think we can make the factors, so therefore we can use this formula that x is equal to minus b, which is 1, plus minus root of b square, which is 1 square, minus 4a is 3, c is negative 8 over 2a.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can have here minus 1 plus minus root of, so this would become 97 over 6. Now just put in the calculator and to get two values, and they should be in three significant figures. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Then here comes another question, uh, which is about, you say, displacement and velocity. A particle P is moving along a straight line. The fixed point O lies on this line. At time t, time t second, where t is greater than or equal to 0, displacement is given by this equation. Find displacement p when object is instantaneously at rest. But
Mm-hmm.
instantaneously at rest mean velocity is equal to 0. And you know that velocity is 0 mean when ds over dt is equal to 0. Again, keep it remember that if displacement equation is given, then its first derivative is equal to velocity, and the
Mm-hmm.
second derivative d square s over dt square is basically the first derivative of velocity, and that is equal to acceleration. Okay,
Okay.
so to find, he says find the displacement when object is instantaneously at rest. So you put ds over dt is equal to 0. So we will find out ds over dt is equal to 3t square plus 10t minus 8. So now you just put it
Mm-hmm.
equal to 0, and it will become 3t square plus 10t minus 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can
Right.
solve this equation by middle term breaking or by any method that you want. So I would prefer to do middle term breaking because -8 and 3 mean -24. 12 and 2 are factors of 24, so we need to get plus 10t. Therefore, I'm taking 12 as positive and 2 as negative. And now
Mm-hmm.
you take 3t common so that we can have t plus 4. Minus 2 common, we can have t plus 4 as well. Then we can take t plus 4 common from here, and we will have 3t minus 2 is equal to 0. Then we can write down t is equal to minus 4 and t is equal to 2 over 3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know that
Okay.
answer cannot be, okay, time cannot be negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
therefore, we say that t is equal to 2 over 3 seconds. That is the answer. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And now, wait a second.